Yay. Okay. Let's do this. All right. So we're here. We're going to put into practice the things we want to grow into. Like, this is the way we do it, the actually putting it into action. Okay. So I know sometimes we've done body scans and it's all this idea of regulating. And so I definitely want to incorporate that. But I think a cool way to go about this tonight is just do some like short and quick exercises. So it's something that you can feel like you can walk away with. Um, Knowing you could do this when you don't have 20 minutes. And so it's like we'll do multiple varieties. You'll have multiple options to choose from, and we're here practicing it. So it gets more familiar with your body and it'll be less of a far-fetched idea, if that makes sense. So, because a lot of us are new to this and we're we're practicing it and we wish we would remember it in the moment. But this is how, like, let's do it now. So let's jump into it. I want to encourage you to get comfortable. So I'm adjusting in my chair because I am getting myself more comfortable. Okay, we're gonna go slow. I want you to notice anything that highlights out to you. Just pinpoint it and kind of see it as a bullet point list as this time goes by. So we're not digging into anything. We're just learning to observe. All right. Okay. So as you've got adjusted and feel comfortable in your seat, excuse me, I I want us to bring attention to what is supporting us, whether it's a chair, bed, floor, um, maybe you're in your car, so the seat you're sitting in. I'm just noticing, how there's more pressure on the back side of my legs versus the top because it's pressed against the surface of the chair. And it's just interesting to observe that. And just think to yourself what you're noticing about that, how that feels. We don't even need to put words to it yet. Sometimes it's hard to put language to what we're feeling, but just observing it is our first step right now. And even let's try it with our back. Yeah. This is a surface that our back is against. Or if you're not leaning against anything, just noticing the temperature of the air around you. Yeah. Just take in this moment. Just two things we're already observing really quick, but it's bringing us to a different state. So you can note, this is the third thing, if you can think back to how you felt just joining this call. Maybe your nerves were firing. Maybe you felt comfortable and calm and joyous already. Maybe you were just high emotions. Maybe you were really sad, really tired. And what do you feel now? Do you notice any shift? And there's no right or wrong answer. It is literally you noticing what it is. Yeah. Just I notice a shift for me, just kind of observing that and letting the acknowledgement sit in. Mhm. Okay. And then the next thing is kind of the silence, bringing your attention to that. How is that for you? Is it comfortable? Is it awkward? Does it make you anxious, irritable, bored, impatient, relieved? Keep sitting in that. Yeah, and just take note, like another bullet point for you of what you're noticing. Okay, the next thing I want to walk us through is a deep breathing. So we will breathe in through our noses, out through our mouths. Do whatever you can. It's cold allergy season. Like, pay attention to what you can do with the oxygen and any blockages going on. Um, so we're going to go all the way in as much as possible. Could feel uncomfortable, but don't do it to a point of pain. And then again, breathing all the way out to a point where it's uncomfortable and you'll feel your diaphragm and abs and all sorts of muscles like clenching in to breathe it all out. We want that, but don't do it to pain. Stop before there's pain. And so our paces are all going to be different. And so don't just follow mine thinking it's the one you have to follow to do it right. Follow yours. Again, you're learning you. So know your capacity. All right. Let's start that now. Back to normal breathing. Sometimes I have to catch my breath after that. Just observe how your body feels. Just a getting to know you. That's all this is. And as you're in your normal breathing, let's also pay attention to how your body fills up and empties back out. So you don't have to consciously think about making that happen. Just let it happen and see what is happening, what's already just happening. Don't make yourself do anything specific. I'm going to do one more breath. Cool. Yeah. Again, bullet point for yourself what you noticed. There's just quick things like don't overanalyze it. Sometimes it's hard to put language to it. So just sensing the feeling you felt, or like physically or even emotionally. Just giving that acknowledgement of appreciation to even know that that's what my body's doing and I don't even notice it all day long. I want to do another invitation where I realize maybe there's emotions coming up. And so this is the opportunity to have your visualized shelf in your room. Just visualize a picture. You know what it looks like for you. Doesn't have to be anything specific. It's just whatever comes to mind. If you have any emotions right now, we're just going to put them on the shelf because they're there, they're important, but that's not what we're doing at this moment. So we're inviting and acknowledging that it's there, but this isn't the appropriate space for it yet because that wasn't our intention. And so there's permission to not have to dig into everything every time an emotion comes up. And then we know it's there. So when we are more ready, we can always come back to it. And sometimes it's helpful to put like your hand on your heart, just connecting in and just realizing that's what we get to do. And we're just going to do that right now. And maybe that feels like scary or bad or relieving or like the best thing ever. And we're not going to analyze it or judge it. It's just another noticing. The same thing can go for like thoughts that come up too. If it's not necessarily a specific emotion, but maybe there's a thought you have that can also go on your visualized shelf. This is us even practicing a boundary of our intention and what we're choosing into and acknowledging our capacity. That even if we feel like we could do a deep dive right now, we don't have to. Um, Another way of saying that for boundary would be, knowing that's there and it's a possibility, but I'm going to stay focused on what did I come into this call to do? And we're just connecting and noticing here. So that can go deeper, but this is the initial practicing of it that we're doing here. So that can help the logic side of our brain to understand that we're not doing anything wrong, we're not avoiding um, the digging in or the deeper stuff. We're choosing into it and to letting that be there for another time. Okay, and so as we draw into the end of our time, I want you to think about your bullet points. Just observe them one more time. Cool. So good work. Great noticings. I'm just even saying that not knowing what they were for you. But heck yeah. You showed up, you're here, you're doing it. This is the practice. So I super appreciate that we get to do this together. And I hope that this was helpful. And if you have questions or even things you want to share about it, um, please do message me and you can comment on the video. And if you want to do a deeper dive, there's definitely that option. And can reach out to me or look at my scheduling page or Google business page and see what I offer. And you can definitely just ask me more questions too and see if we're a good fit for working further together. So I'm gonna put that out there. But yeah, this was about, I don't know, I didn't count it, but like 9 or 10 exercises and in less than 20 minutes. And so, like, how cool. This is awesome. Well, I'm excited to hear from you, and we can end here and just even notice going forward into the rest of your day what's different, what's shifted from before the call to after the call. And then even acknowledging in days following, what else are you noticing? What's standing out to you again? Like now that we've piqued that, is it piqued that interest? I don't know the right phrase. Um, it's like once you see something or put your attention on it, you'll keep noticing it. So I'm excited to hear what that might be for you. And if you want to share, I'd love to hear it. So that would be awesome. So cool. Okay. We will end here, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. All right. See ya.